I'm making this video because we lie to ourselves and we try to tell ourselves a story that we think is going to lead to us doing the right thing, being the good person, overcoming our internal not great, and that it doesn't work. And I'm making this video because I want to talk about the idea that what we think about is actually who we truly are. So that internal self-talk that we have, that's you. And even if when it's time to interact with people, you are able to overcome it, suppress it, and show something else, that usually means that the life that you're living, you're not happy with. That usually leads to people being angry at themselves, being disappointed with themselves, feeling like they're two-faced, like they're being a hypocrite. This is not healthy for us to do. And when it comes to what I eat and how I'm taking care of me, it really ends up being problematic. Wellness Warriors, it's a struggle for us when we eat junk food and yet want to be healthy, because those two ideas are conflicting and we know that they're conflicting. And because we know they're conflicting, then now we have to tell ourselves something about this, right? So it's either I don't truly believe that junk food is bad for me, or I don't prioritize taking care of myself. And which one of these two things is going to win out? It's hard to say that I don't prioritize taking care of myself. And if you ask somebody to say that, they have a hard time. It's easier to say it's not a big deal to have junk food once in a while. And it isn't, except contradicting myself already. How are we defining once in a while? That's what gets us into trouble. When I go to the store and I purchase junk food that I know I'm going to eat, that conflict is there. Am I really not taking care of myself? Or I don't think there's a problem to eat this stuff. And then because I have it, because I'm telling myself it's not a big deal to do this once in a while, but also because these foods pull us into this struggle that we have with ourselves where we become out of control, then all of a sudden that eating it once in a while is not a big deal thing becomes a big deal, because once in a while becomes once a day, every few days, even once a week. I want you to pause and think about something. If I eat something weekly, that's not once in a while. That's part of my meal plan. Maybe I have steak once a week. Maybe I have pork once a week. Maybe I have fish once a week. So that's part of my meal plan. If I have pasta once a week, that's not a splurge. That's not a treat. That's part of my meal plan. And if I have chocolate bars once a week, that's part of my meal plan. One thing that I want you to do is to stop separating snacks from food. When we're planning our week of food, we try to plan a different meal every day. Now, depending on how great you are in the kitchen, if you're like me, that doesn't work out. If you're like Pat, you've got multiple different things that you can cook and go 2 weeks making a different meal every day. But when we're talking about our snacks, our desserts, somehow we don't see that that's part of our meal plan. And therefore, the types of snacks that I'm choosing absolutely matters in the health that I'm trying to create for my body. Another idea that I want us to think about is, do I truly believe that I can lose the weight? So I want to be healthy, but I don't think I can do it. I don't think that I could stop eating the junk food. I don't think that I could. What I say in my head is my reality. If I don't think that I can stop eating junk food, and that's what I'm saying in my head, if I don't think that I can exercise, if I don't think that eating pork chops is fun, then I'm not going to see myself as being able to stick to a diet. I'm not going to see myself as choosing the healthy meal and finding that interesting. I'm not going to see myself as that healthy person that takes my kids to the tree climbing or skateboarding or whatever. Because if I don't see it in my head, it won't play out in my behavior. There are many, many years that I tried to force myself to work out at the gym. I wanted to be that person. Well, did I really though? So did I really though? I wanted to look a certain way. I wanted to be strong. But did I really want to go to the gym? Did I really want to be? No, I didn't. I did not want to be that person. And it played itself out eventually because I paid a lot of money for gyms that I never attended. And I would go for the first few weeks, right? Motivated by the amount that I saw written on the contract. But by 3 months in, that money that I was paying wasn't motivation enough because I didn't like it. I didn't want it. Ask Pat, how hard is it to get me to go for a walk or go longboarding or go biking or triking or anything? Doesn't take much because I like it. And the internal conversation matches what I feel when I'm doing it. When I'm working out at the gym, I'm not loving it. When I accomplish a new set of weight that I can lift, I'm proud for like 5 seconds. When I longboard and I'm having a great time, I'm thinking about that and I'm looking forward to the next time I get to go. There's a qualitative difference in the happiness that I live from working out in the gym versus working out doing something fun that I love. I had to be honest with myself about that. I had to really look internally and say, do I really want to do this? I have a complete gym setup in my basement. Throughout the last 2 years, I haven't touched it. Would have been the ideal time to touch it. Didn't touch it. If we're trying to be realistic about eating healthy, what we need to think about is the fact that the foods that you're choosing are based on your taste. Let's use pizza and organ meats as the examples. I have always loved pizza. So pizza was in my meal plan when I was doing a standard diet multiple times a week, not even just once. Sometimes it would be lunch, sometimes it would be supper, multiple times a week. Organ meats were not in my meal plan. Fast forward to today. I still love pizza. Pizza is in my meal plan. I have it maybe once every 2 weeks, a keto friendly version. Organ meats are still not in my meal plan. What is that telling you? So why are organ meats not in my meal plan? So there's multiple reasons that you might not eat something. You might not eat it because you're allergic. You might not eat it because you don't like the taste. Those are 2 real reasons that somebody wouldn't eat something. Now there's multiple reasons why you might eat it. You might eat it even though you dislike it because you know it's healthy, forcing myself to do it. Or you might eat it because you love it. Pizza. It's still there because I love it. But when I thought it wasn't healthy, it fell away. And then what did I do? I figured out a way that I could bring it back in a healthy way, and now it's back. It's still not back twice or 3 times or 4 times a week like it used to be. It's once every week to week and a half to 2 weeks. So I'm not going to lie. Have I had it 2 weeks in a row before? Sure I have. Are organ meats in my meal plan? No, I don't like them. And as much as I know they're healthy, I have found other things that I can eat to give me the nutrients that I would have gotten from the organ meats. Wellness warriors, if you don't understand yourself, then you will fight with yourself, doing the healthy thing, then not doing the healthy thing, and going back to doing the unhealthy thing, which is even worse than doing nothing. It's better for me to just not eat pizza at all than to eat the unhealthy version of the pizza. But what we end up doing is because I'm not doing the healthy thing, so I'm not eating the organ meats, well, then I might as well just eat whatever I want because I'm not being healthy anyways. And then we get into trouble. The other problem that I often see here is that when I force myself to do things, and trust me, I've lived this experience, when I force myself to do things, and then I'm not able to force myself anymore, and I fall so much harder because it wasn't pleasant while I was doing it. Chances are I didn't get the results that I wanted to get. And now I'm looking at the situation and I'm disappointed. And then if it has anything to do with self-soothing, so am I eating something off plan, I'm going to eat even more of it. We end up yo-yo dieting because we force ourselves to do a diet that we don't enjoy. And then as soon as we're not doing that diet anymore, possibly because we reached our goal weight, but possibly because we couldn't stand doing the diet anymore, we end up regaining the weight and then some. This isn't healthy for anyone to do. We're setting ourselves up to fail. The bottom line is, if you want to eat healthy and be at a healthy weight, You need to feed your body healthy foods. We really need to stop expecting our body to create a temple with big muscles that's lean and ready for life when we're feeding it garbage. But in order to do that, I need to listen to the things I'm saying and truly challenge what I'm saying to myself and find a solution that I know is going to work, not just in the short term, a solution that I can do long into the future. Because what I did was I found something better to eat, so something that I actually liked that wasn't organ meats, right? I eat eggs. Okay, you just heard my story. I want to hear your story. What are you struggling with right now that you are going to find a solution to so that you can successfully change that self-talk and do the action, eat the thing, whatever it is that you're working on because you want to do it? Put it in the comments below. I want to know about it. Wellness Warrior, this video right there is going to help you to understand a bit more about why I decided to do a keto lifestyle. Check out the description where I have some very interesting videos on how to start your keto journey. If you want to know when I go live, ring the bell so YouTube will notify you. I love making these videos for you, and I really can't wait to talk to you again next Thursday.